Hello everyone. Once again I am Utkarsha Jadhav. Today we will take some problems based on fundamental theorem of arithmetic. What we have seen in fundamental theorem of arithmetic, any composite number that can be expressed as product of primes, right? And this factorization is unique apart from the order in which the prime factors occurs. Okay. The very first example based on fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Okay. Consider the numbers 4 to the power n. हमें क्या करना है? नंबर कंसिडर करना है 4 to the power n, where n is natural number. N is natural number, right? Check whether there is any value of n for which 4 to the power n ends with the digit 0. We have to check 4 to the power n ends with the digit 0. Okay. It seems like little but descriptive, but it's very simple example. Okay. We will see. Okay. We have to check 4 to the power n is end with 0. Okay. When we expand 4 to the power n, like 4 to the power 1, 4 square, 4 into 4, 4 to the power 3, 4 into 4 into 4, dash 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 up to 4 to the power n, 4 into 4 into dash 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 up to n times, right? If we expand 4 to the power n, we have to check whether any number that ends with 0. Okay. And we know the property of, and we know the divisibility property that any number that ends with 0, that is divisible by 10. Okay. We will see some numbers that ends with 0. Okay. Like 100. 200, 500, right? All these numbers are ends with 0, and we know the property, divisibility property, that all these numbers that ends with 0 are divisible by 10. Okay, and prime factorization of 10 is 2 into 5, and this prime factorization is unique according to fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Okay. Any number that ends with 0 must have the factors 2 and 5. Okay. Right? क्या होना चाहिए? जो भी numbers है that ends with 0 है ना, उनके फैक्टर में 2 और 5 आना जरूरी है. ओके. वेरी सिंपल. हम देखेंगे 4 टू द पावर n में हम फैक्टराइज करेंगे 4 टू द पावर n, राइट? वी विल राइट 4 टू द पावर, वी विल फैक्टराइज 4 टू द पावर n. ओके, एंड वी विल सी. ओके, राइट डाउन 4 टू द पावर n, वी विल फैक्टराइज 2 into 2, राइट, टू द पावर n. ओके, और वी विल राइट इट एज 2 टू द पावर 2n, राइट, है ना? After factorize it, okay, we can see we have 4 to the power n only have 2's, right? 4 to the power n only have 2's, right? But doesn't have 5. As prime factor, right? Right? After factorizing 4 to the power n, we know that it has only 2's but it doesn't have 5, right? Therefore, according to fundamental theorem of arithmetic, 4 to the power n doesn't end with 0, right? Because I will write in short, okay? Because it does not have five as a prime factor, right? Very simple. Your 2 marks confirmed. Okay, very simple. It seems like a little bit descriptive. If we go thoroughly, it's very simple example. Okay, we should know that any numbers that can end with 0, that is divisible by 10, right? That is divisibility property. If we know that, it's very simple, right? Right? We will take another example, 6 to the power n, right? 6 to the power n, here 6 to the power n, right? Consider the number 6 to the power n, where n is natural number. Check whether there is any value of n for which 6 to the power n ends with the digit 0. We will factorize 6 to the power n, right? 6 to the power n. Factorize 6 to the power n. 2 into 3 to the power n. I know. Here 6 to the power has 2, but doesn't have 5 as a prime factor. Okay, we will write here. After factorizing, okay, 6 to the power n has 2, but doesn't have 5 as a prime factor. Okay, therefore according to fundamental theorem of arithmetic, 6 to the power n doesn't end with 0. Because, right, it doesn't have 5 as a prime factor, right? Very simple. Very simple. Understood? Very simple example. If we go through thoroughly, it is very simple example. Okay? Understood? Understood? Very simple.